Welcome back to Module 2-3. Today, you will practice more HTML tags in the beginning. Then I will talk about domain name, root folder, absolute path, and default index file. You need to read Chapter 3 and Chapter 4 for this class. In this activity, you will practice many other tags. After creating more.html, add a BR for line break. As I have mentioned before, BR is called the void element because it does not have any closing tag. Even BR does not have any content. OL stands for ordered list. Inside OL, you need to use LI, which means for list. UL stands for unordered list. HR is for horizontal rule. Comment does not show in the web browser. It is only for programmers. There are several text formatting tags. B for bold, strong, and EM follow each browser default. I is for italic, small is for smaller text size, sub is for subscript, and sup is for superscript. There are several quotation tags. Q is an inline element. There is no line break in inline element. Inline elements go with the flow. Block quote is a block element. It has a line break before and after. It sends on its own. There are some special characters like character empty. Since we use less than sign and greater than sign to indicate tags element, we should have some other way to display them. So ampersand LT semicolon is for less than sign and ampersand GT semicolon is for greater than sign. To display ampersand, you have to type ampersand sign and letter AMP. Free stands for pre-formatted. This element is good for displaying computer code because it displays as is. There are some formats for computer codes. Code elements are popular to express computer codes in the web page. KBD is popular to express keyboard input in the web page. DL stands for definition list. DT stands for definition term. DD stands for definition description. DEL is for deleted text that browsers will strike through, and INS for inserted text with an underline. Mail to is for email connection. However, it will not work if your computer is not set any email account. Inline element is displayed in the flow of paragraph. IMG, EM, and Q are examples of inline elements. Block element is displayed as if it has a line break before and after it. P, block quote, H1 through H6, UL, OL, and LR are examples of block elements. There is no hands-on activity in this activity. URL stands for Uniform Resource Locator. In the URL, you will see HTTP as the protocol. You use domain name and file path from root folder. Domain name is a unique name that is used to locate your site. You have to register it. ICANN, which is the private sector nonprofit corporation created in 1998, controls the domain name registration for proper usage. DNS domain name system server maps domain name with IP addresses. Protocol is a rule or guidelines to follow. Web pages follow HTTP hypertext transfer protocol rules. Basic idea of HTTP is that a client computer sends a HTTP request from your computer to a web server. Then the web server sends HTTP response from web server to the client computer. based on the HTTP request. FTP, File Transfer Protocol, is another example of a protocol. Root folder, absolute path, and index.html. In our class, public.www is the root folder mapped with your username. So the original path is my case kuk/public.www/CIT157 labs. In the URL, you do not see public.www, for it is a root folder in our setting. Slash between KUK and CIT157 labs indicates public.www. An absolute path tells the server how to get a particular page or a file from your root folder. For an example, in an URL, http www.usersmiami.edu/kuk/cit157labs/myfirstweb.html. Public.www is the root folder. From the root folder, /cit157labs/ is absolute path. Then there is my first web.html file. Index.html is a common default web page file name. It means if there is any HTTP request in the folder without certain file name, the default file will be sent as default. This image shows how default web page works. This is an example of a default web page you will create. Just at the end, save the file name as index.html in the proper folder. At the end, you should submit class activity 2-3. Make sure that you should not submit local URL which starts with M. You also should not attach files. You just need to submit the internet URLs of more.html and index.html. This is the end of module 2-3. In the module, you have practiced many other HTML tags and learned about domain name, root folder, and default file name. See you next lecture.